Hi guys, my name is Matti Sulanto and I'm a photographer. My new YouTube studio looked a little empty, so I decided to put some prints on the wall. And these are not only gorgeous prints, they have a secret feature. They can improve the acoustics too. I ordered 4 different prints all together from Saal Digital. They are the sponsor of this video. Big thanks to Saal Digital. And I used 3 different cameras, 3 different sensor sizes. This print is from the Olympus EM1, the first one, micro four thirds, 16 megapixels. And this print is from the Sony RX100 Mark IV, 1-inch type sensor, 20 megapixels. And these 2 prints are shot on the Sony A7R Mark II, full frame camera, 42 megapixels. And obviously, this is not going to be a strict side-by-side comparison, because I was not going to order 3 or 4 test prints to hang on my wall. I wanted something that looks good. However, with these prints I can still demonstrate you the quality that you can expect from different sensor sizes, and I can also demonstrate that pretty much any camera or any sensor size is good enough for prints like this. These are 75 by 50 centimeter canvas prints. That's roughly 20 by 30 inches or 30 by 20 inches. And Saal Digital calls these sound absorbing canvas because they have a sound absorbing material on the back. And I think it's quite a neat feature, and these certainly look better than those acoustic panels that you can buy. Anyway, we are soon going to examine these prints, check out the sharpness and detail, but let me first share my tips on how to select the photos that you hang on your wall. And then I'd also like to share a few color management tips so that you can get the best possible quality if you decide to have your photos printed. The most important criteria for prints like this, in my opinion, is that they have to be able to stand the test of time. They are going to be on my wall for months, even for years. And I want to feel good every time I look at those prints. That's why I want to select pictures that bring back good memories and pictures that make me feel good every time I look at them. And I don't want pictures that look too busy. I want something pleasant and easy. And that's why I chose these landscape pictures, even though landscape photography is not really my thing. I did not want to print any of my street photos for this purpose because my street photos, they look too busy, and I didn't want some pictures of strangers on my wall. Those street photos would be perfect if I had an exhibition in a gallery, for example. Then the audience would come in, take a look, go away. They would not have to look at those pictures every day, 24/7. Of course, I'm not looking at my pictures when I'm sleeping, but anyway, you get the idea. I probably have some street photos that might work for this too. But I wanted to print these landscape photos because they make me feel good. They bring back so many good memories from these locations where I shot them. So the bottom line is, in my opinion, choose pictures that can take the test of time. Pictures that you still want to look at even after months or maybe even years. Pictures that make you feel good, and pictures that bring back good memories. If you'd like to try Saal Digital prints, there is a promotion code down below in the description. You can get 50% off. It's valid in certain selected Saal Digital locations. Please do check out the details in the description below. And then about the color management, which you should take care of if you want the best results. And this is only going to be a very short version because a full color management tutorial would require a separate dedicated video. The problem is that a monitor and a print display the colors in a very different way. A print cannot display very saturated and bright colors the same way as a monitor can. And that's why you have to make sure that the color gamut of your photo matches the color gamut of the printer. And this is the same for every printer, every print house, not only Saal Digital. You should download the compatible ICC profile from Saal Digital website and follow the instructions. They have very good instructions on their website. And for example, in this picture, you see the gray area that does not fit in the color gamut of the printer. And I had to desaturate the sky slightly in order to make sure that the print is going to look good. This may sound like a complicated extra step, and it's not mandatory, of course, but I highly recommend that you do the color management step, because that's how you make sure that the prints are going to look awesome. If you choose not to take care of the color management, some colors or some gradients, like a blue sky for example, can look muddy in the final print, and that obviously is not what you want. Now let's take a closer look at these prints. And I can indeed go as close as I can with my bifocals, and everything looks really sharp and detailed, and I wouldn't normally look at the picture of this size this close. I'd be, I don't know, 1 or 2 meters away at least. And the frame size is 75 by 50 centimeters, but the actual print size is a little bit bigger because the picture wraps around the frame. The actual picture size is about 83 by 58 centimeters. And here's one more tip. If you have a very tightly framed picture, it may not be suitable for this kind of print, but if you still want to print that picture, you may want to extend the picture area a little bit in Photoshop or some other application. And even this print from the Sony RX100 Mark IV, 1-inch sensor, 20 megapixels, it looks so good. The detail in the foreground is superb. It's so crisp and sharp, and I don't think I could wish for anything more from a camera like that or a print like this. It looks superb and so good. After this, I don't think it's even necessary to examine those pictures from the Sony a7R Mark II 42 megapixel full frame camera. Besides, these prints don't even have that much fine detail. And I think it's safe to conclude that whenever you are selecting photos to be printed, even pretty big, you should not worry too much about the camera you used. Unless you were pushing the limits of your camera when you hit the shutter. Just select the photos that you really like, and they are going to look good on print. I guarantee you that. My original plan was to hang all 4 pictures here in my studio, and that would have of course given me the best acoustic result. But when I saw these 2 pictures here, I thought this tiny wall is going to look too busy and too full if I have 4 big prints here. So instead I decided to hang 2 pictures in the living room and only 2 pictures here. And that way also my wife can enjoy the pictures in the living room. If they are all here in my studio, no one else can see them. And also if we have some friends coming over, they can also enjoy the pictures in the living room. And I can also rotate the pictures between the living room and my studio and have some change and variation like that. And I think this is much better solution than my original plan. That's all I have for you today. I hope I could offer some useful information on printing. Thank you so much for watching and joining in, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.